I think you guys all know how much I love my daughters. They're very special to me. I'm not going to talk a lot about Brittany because I think everybody knows about Brittany. I mean, she's, you know, all everything. I want to talk a little bit more about Matt. I didn't know at first if he was going to kind of fit in with the family, right? Because he had, you know, the puzzle piece didn't fit. And then the craziest thing happened. Those edges smoothed out, and all of a sudden the puzzle piece fit. And then the rest is history.
Growing up with you was always filled with magic. With you, there was always something to find childlike wonder, passion, or play in. Whether we were running around our old house on Sutter singing the songs to Anastasia in our old Halloween princess costumes Grandma made for us, dressing up for the Spice Girls reunion tour, or drinking strawberry champagne in the TI basement at Princeton, but you'll always be my sister, my friend, my challenger, my fellow nerd, and maybe most importantly, my forever life partner. Britt, I will always be in your corner, and I know you'll always be in mine.
I remember entering high school as a freshman when Brittany was a senior. I was Brittany Delgado's little sister. She played varsity in 3 different sports and would become valedictorian of her class. Most older siblings in that situation probably wouldn't want a younger sibling getting in the way of all that and killing their vibe. But not Brittany. She was proud of me and looked out for me, taking me under her wing. I still look up to her and know she's always there for me when I need her, and always rooting for me as my biggest fan.
To my groom on our special day. To my love, I woke up this morning more excited than I've ever been. And you know how excited I can get. I cannot wait to walk down the aisle to you today. You are my best friend, my soulmate, and my happily ever after. And Brittany says, these can just be my vows, right? I love you so much. So happy I found my mate. Love, Britt.
Now, I think we can all agree that the best version of Maddie has been the most recent one, the Brittany one. Of all the ties that bond these two together, I'm sure the strongest is the importance each places on family. And we are delighted to welcome Brittany into ours. For the word wedding itself is Old English from wedung. Weddings are of the earth. Weddings are fleeting. Weddings are the cow. But marriage, mariage, it's a French word, an ideal of philosophie. Turning a cow into beef takes imagination, spirit, and work. Fortunately for Matt and Brittany, that endeavor begins tomorrow. Tonight, we party like peasants.
I live a lifetime every moment when I'm holding you close. Lay your head down on my shoulder. Honey,
I remember everything about the day we met. I remember coming back the second semester of law school. I remember you walking in the door to the pre-party at Roey's apartment. I remember how handsome you looked because you had just come back from this very house in Hawaii for Christmas break. I remember feeling so happy to see you, almost more happy than any of my other friends. 4 years later, I'm so happy and would still say that I do everything exactly the same because I'm so happy that I'm here with you. I found my mate. I'm sure you're gonna say that too.
I left it out.
And thankfully for me, all I had to do was swim across a freezing cold pool in January instead of swim across an entire ocean to get to you. I am yours and you are mine from this day until the end of our days. I love you so much.
We'll take a picture for our parents, but we're never gonna leave. Nobody knows you like I know you. Nobody loves you like I do. And if I'm never
I'm in awe of you every day. You are a badass. You are D.A. Barbie. You work so hard, and yet you always prioritize what matters most. Love, humor, happiness, fun, costume parties. Which brings me back to the vows. It was around 3 a.m. last night when I took a deep breath, surveyed the scene, and realized the amount of discarded drafts scattered about the room was reminiscent of something out of The Shining. Jack would be proud. And then it hit me. Sure, we've been a bit busy, and of course, as you just made very, very clear, vows are quite important. But the real reason we put off writing our vows is that we live them every day. Every kiss, every laugh, every I love you. I promise to continue living our wonderful life. I promise to keep our doors open. I promise to keep expanding our beautiful circle of family and friends. And I promise to love you until the end of time, as you wish.
Maybe we'll end up out in LA. Maybe we'll decide to stay right here forever after. I will love you all the same. You give me deja vu. Like I've been waiting my whole life to find that view. 'Cause when I'm looking at your eyes, I go from California to Timbuktu, back to dancing in the living room. If I got you, baby, every day's a honeymoon. Oh, it's a honeymoon. Baby, every day's a honeymoon with you. Oh, it's a honeymoon. If I got you, baby, every day's a honeymoon.